Assalamu alaikum guys, my name is Muhanna Ghanem, and if you're planning to visit Turkey and see their beautiful landscape along with their rich cultural history, you have reached the right video. In this video, I'll be sharing my 15 days itinerary where we visited from the village of Cappadocia to the blue thermal pools of Pamukkale, from the historical city of Istanbul to the green mountains of Trabzon. Without further ado, let's begin this amazing informative vlog. Day 1, we took a Pegasus flight from Bahrain to Istanbul. It was the cheapest flight and always on time. At Istanbul airport, we had a connecting flight to Cappadocia which was for 2 hours. We already booked our hotel from booking.com and paid $35 including breakfast. They also had kitchen and barbecue area and a terrace cafe. Moreover, we booked our airport transfer from them too. We decided to relax that day and just explore the local market near our hotel, as day 2 was super adventurous one. So the total cost for day 1 was $135. We woke up by 3:30 a.m. for our hot air balloon ride. It was for $185 per person for a 45-minute flight including breakfast and transportation to the site. It was an amazing experience to fly with hundreds of other hot air balloons above the beautifully formed fairy chimneys. Since kids aren't allowed, my son was chilling with the host family that lived in the same hotel too. Later by 8 a.m. we had a full day group tour which costed us $55 per person. This tour included Derin Q, underground city, Semiline Monastery, Ilhara Valley, lunch and English speaking guide with pickup and drop off to the hotel. First they took us to the Derin Q underground city. More than 85 meters beneath the famous fairy chimneys of the Cappadocia lies a massive subterranean city that could conceal the whereabouts of up to 20,000 inhabitants for a month at a time. It is almost 7 floors down and it gets colder once you go deeper in down. After the lunch, we went to the Selmium Monastery where we saw old chapels. Filming wasn't allowed inside. Finally, we had a 2-hour trek to Ilhara Valley, which had a nice river cafe stop in between. Make sure to wear comfy shoes when in Cappadocia, as you'll have to walk a lot to explore this beautiful village. Day 2 cost was $480. Day 3, we started our day by visiting Goremi Open Air Museum. We walked as it was just 1 hour far from our hotel. There we took a $40 museum pass in Turkey, which gives us admission to more than 300 plus museums operated by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. It is valid for 15 days, after which we never had to buy any museum ticket or take a group package. We next took a taxi for $20 who took us to the Imagination Valley, which is a beautiful valley full of views of unique rock formations, many of which are said to resemble many animal and different shapes of the animals. Then our taxi driver dropped us to the sunset point. After 10 minutes of trek up the mountain where we could take our stroller easily, we saw a beautiful sunset with Maghrib Adhan. Later we went to the local street food market where we had delicious kebab rolls. This street food location is next to the main bus stop in Cappadocia. Day 3 cost was $100. Day 4, we took a flight from Cappadocia to Antalya. We did not do much that day as my wife had got an ear infection and also our plane hit a bird. Detailed video you can watch in the link given in the description below, or you can click the I button above. In Antalya, our hotel was next to metro and it costed us $35 per day. Total cost for day 4 was $70. Day 5, we visited Terz Aviv in Antalya, where the ticket price was $10. It is an upside down house. There were many staff that help you to take poses and different type of picture. Tips: people over there do not speak much in English. The public transport can take you anywhere easily, but you will have to talk to tourists and other locals about how to use the public transport. Otherwise, you can take taxis who charge $50 to $60 per trip. Later, we visited Olympic Teleferic, which is the highest cable car in Turkey. The Olympus Teleferic is 50 km long and takes to the height of 2.3 meters. The cable car accompanies 80 people at one time, so make sure you get the best place possible to shoot amazing breathtaking view of the mountain and the crystal blue sea. The ticket price for an adult return ticket of the cable car was $44 per person and kids under 6 was free. At night, we took an overnight bus from Antalya to Denizli to visit the Pamukkale. From Antalya main bus stop, Autogar. Antalya's Autogar, or the bus station, has so many facilities such as ATM cash machine, small post office, currency exchange, internet cafe, food and much more. The bus ticket per person was $10 only, where our hotel was pre-booked right in front of the Denizli main bus stop, which was for $60 per night including the breakfast. Day 5 total cost was $228. Day 6, we visited Pamukkale. Now the same bus station had daily minibus services from Pamukkale every day. Pamukkale or Cotton Casan is a town in the western Turkey known for its mineral-rich thermal waters flowing down with a trevine terrace on nearby hillside. It neighbors Hierapolis, an ancient Roman spa city founded in around 190 BC ruins. Pamukkale was also added as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988 along with Hierapolis. Next morning we had a flight from Denizli to Istanbul. In Istanbul we took a hotel near Taksim Square for $40 per day and we used metro to commute between different tourist places. Day 6 cost was $120. Day 7. First we explored Taksim Square. Taksim Square is a busy nightlife, shopping and a dining area. It is connected to Istanbul's most famous shopping street, which is called Istiklal Street. Here you can see vintage tram shuttle lined up in the buildings and standing from the 19th century. Don't forget to try out the fresh pomegranate juice here. Walking down the street you will reach near the Galata Tower. Galata Tower is an iconic Turkish monument which is known as one of the oldest and tallest tower in Istanbul. This century-old observatory tower was erected in 14th century as a part of the defense walls surrounding the district, directly opposite to ancient Constantinople. Tickets to enter Galata Tower is $22 per person and kids under 5 are free. Best time to visit is during the sunrise or sunset, but you have to stand in a long queue. But the view from the top is worth. Here in Galata Tower there is a cafe and a 4D cinema where you get the feeling you're flying over Istanbul's famous monument. Once it's sunset, watch the tower light up with amazing colors. Day 7 cost was $44. Day 8. This morning we took a metro and visited Sultan Ahmed station. Basically all famous museum and monuments are located here and almost all were free of cost as we had Istanbul Pass, due to which not only we skipped the ticket line but also the entrance line. The Hagia Sophia is an enormous architecture marvel in Istanbul, Turkey, that was originally built by Christian Belisica nearly 1500 years ago, and it is one of the World Heritage Sites. Next we visited Blue Mosque, which is also known as Sultan Ahmed Mosque. It is an Ottoman era historical imperial mosque. In evening you can take a cruise ride in Bosphorus River. Istanbul Bosphorus is a bridge that connects the Asian continent with the European continent, and therefore it was wanted to be controlled by many countries. Day 8 cost was 0. Day 9 we started by visiting Topkapi Museum, where you can see Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's belonging and many other swords and belonging of the Sahabas. It is one of the most extensive Ottoman architecture. Here you can also find one of the oldest Byzantine church, Hagia Irina. Later we visited the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. Make sure to bargain over here as they charge tourists insane prices. Moreover, this market closes by 7 PM, so make sure you visit before. Day 9 cost was 0. Day 10 we took a flight from Istanbul to Trabzon to enjoy some rainy days and check in a hotel which was $40 per day. Day 10 cost was $120. Day 11 we went on a group tour to Uzungul, which costed us $45 per person. It was a beautiful lake between the green mountains. You can go for a boat ride in the lake, but kids under 5 aren't allowed, so we just strolled around the lake. We enjoyed our lunch and ate the famous ice cream. Day 11 cost was $90. Day 12 we went to Eider Mountain, and again it was a group tour for $32 per person. This was an adventurous tour where you can do zipline and river rafting. We were with my son Ghanem, and we can do ziplining with kids, as kids were allowed if their parents accompany them. Later on the top of Eider Mountain you can have your lunch, enjoy this huge swing on Green Mountain. Day 12 cost was $64. Day 13 we visited Hydernabi for $35. This included a village tour of their famous for their honey. Later they will take you to a cave which is one of the longest cave in the world, measuring approximately 2 kilometers in length, located at an altitude of 1050 meters above the sea level. Day 13 cost was $70. Day 14 we returned back to Bahrain. So the total 14-day cost was $1,521 excluding flight and food. Thank you guys, hope you enjoyed this beautiful itinerary for 14 days and learned a lot from this video. Make sure you subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and help me reach 10,000 subscriber count soon.